Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Top Gun crossover Maverick, an F-14 jet you can see right there, and we'll move off to the side to take a look at the packaging, which is different from the other crossover figures. You can see that, yeah, it's got the Top Gun branding right there, and the Transformers, and there's Maverick and a CG render thing, and well, it's dog tags and Hasbro logo, and it has the dates for the original movies released in 1986 and the new movies intended release here in this 2020 year, which is almost over, possibly be over by the time you hear this or watch this, because things got delayed, but marketing has to continue. Anyway, yeah, you get this big old clear box thing. You can see that aircraft carrier deck on there with where the jet was, in the plastic and everything. You got the, crossover logo right there. 114, that is the name number on the jet. Over here, has Lieutenant Pete Mitchell Maverick. The little danger thing. Yeah, you kind of got the jet fuselage thing on the bottom here. You got more jet fuselage stuff and rescue, jet details, and went on the Autobot symbol right there. And here you got the United States of America Fighter Weapons School and Tomcat logo and everything, and authentic Transformers. And back here you have, a picture of a, jet landing on an aircraft carrier. It tells you what's included, copyrights, Northrop Grumman, because yes, it is officially licensed and everything, and a barcode, and call sign Maverick. You can see that up there. Yeah. Call sign Maverick. Role Interceptor. Rank Lieutenant. Special skills going vertical. Weaknesses Jet Wash. Mission code name Tango Foxtron. TF. Transforming. Yeah. So that's the box, and no Takara involvement. Interestingly enough, I don't think Takara is releasing this one. So this is all a Hasbro thing. And of course, in the box you got the instructions, which are actually pretty good. Telling you what to do. They're pretty good at that and all that stuff. Tells you all the things you can do, and they should, and also actual coloring, or more than one color. It's not just just red or whatever. But yeah, here he is, the Maverick in his F-14 mode right here. And you can see it's made of a nylon plastic, and that's what gives it its bone white color. I'll get into that a little bit. And yeah, it's not got a lot of people kind of less than thrilled about this figure. Yeah, you can see it's got weird off-white color that is typical of this kind of plastic. It was also very prominent recently on Eight Face, which gave him his missing color. And the thing is, yeah, a F-14, and it should be kind of more of that bluish gray color or grayish blue, whichever you want to go with. But yeah, you can see it's got very much that off-white bone white color all around because of the material it's made of. But it's also, as you can see, got a lot of dirt and stuff like tampoed all over. You can see that really easily here. The thing is, people have noted that this often looks worse in studio lighting, like here, than it does in natural lighting. And so yeah, a lot of the photos and footage of this guy looks pretty bad. And yeah, I will say this, yeah, it doesn't look great in this lighting, but when I'm just messing with it, like, when I'm just sitting around like watching a movie or something, like, it looks fine. Yeah, the sculpt is great. It's an authentic looking F-14. And there's the thing, the F-14 is I loved the F-14 growing up. I loved, this jet. So, getting an actual official F-14 Transformer, again, it's like much like Gigawatt, very exciting for me. And that's pretty much it. I've never been super into Top Gear. Yes, I watched the movies, of course, and everything, but I've never been super into those movies. So, I was kind of looking forward to maybe watching the new one, but I'm not like, oh my god, like I am with Back to the Future. But because it's an F-14, that changes everything. It's an F-14, so like, I just really wanted it because of that. But yeah, so it's very, very good looking sculpt and like everything. So you got all that stuff. Like, a lot of stuff is where it should be, and even you have a little bit of landing gear, although it's just also just nylon plastic and doesn't move. The rolling, this doesn't roll or anything. And yeah, that's it. It's only you have the front gear. You don't have the rear gear at all. And yeah, you can see down here, it's actually, again, fairly clean. You get the arms are sticking out here, but honestly, they hug so close that, yeah, it's still very authentic to the real deal and everything. And you can see beyond the, dirt tampos, you can also see, hopefully you can see that, yeah, the VF1, you got that little thing. You got a bunch of the landing lights and whatnot here. You got the 114. There's the blue one, there's the red one. Those are there. Here next to the cockpit, you can see the tampos for the in very tiny letters, the tampos for the pilots and weapons and all that stuff. You know, Lieutenant, what was his name again? Lieutenant Nick Bradshaw's Goose and Lieutenant Pete Mitchell's Maverick, and you got the intakes and, you know, Northrop Grumman and more lights and all sorts of stuff here, and it's pretty great, and it's on both sides and everything. That's pretty nice. And of course you got the thrusters, you know, yeah, right here, more of a black plastic there. But yeah, as you saw earlier, the missile, this one falls off really easily. I don't know why, but this peg and this hole to combined are loose. I found out if you swap the peg, you know, this to the other side, which doesn't look good because then it's facing looking weird, it holds in just fine. And this one holds in just fine. This one holds in just fine on this side, and vice versa. This holds in fine on the right side. But this left missile on this left peg hole, it's really loose to the point it doesn't take very much to make it fall off. I don't know why in particular. So I guess I just need to thicken this peg up for this hole, just this one hole. Yeah, also you got these right here, you know, strapped to the bottom and everything. Yeah, so that's the thing, is it's a great sculpt, but it's kind of let down a bit by its finish. Its deco. If it's closer to the real thing of you know, the gray, you know, the bluish gray, you know, that sort of thing, the actual navy colors, it would be amazing. And I've seen, you know, custom paint jobs that match it better, and it looks so great there. But apparently, supposedly, Hasbro, the designers of Hasbro knew full well that this wasn't the very good deco, but apparently Paramount insisted on it. So, like, that's what you get. So, that kind of sucks. Yeah, the other thing, of course, is it's an F-14, so it has the iconic, you know, opening wings and everything. So, you got that. They work just fine. They're independent of each other. But yeah, they open up fully, so it goes into its attack mode and everything. Yeah, so for me, this is my love of the F-14 is kind of overcoming the fact that the deco is not great. Because yeah, I will admit the deco is not great, but the sculpt is great. The sculpt is amazing. I'm just gonna leave that off because it's gonna be annoying. But yeah, let's just say he fired them off, right? Okay. So yeah, the sculpting is great and everything. And of course, down here on the arms, you see that there's 2 Tamashii stage supports, depending on how you want to attach it. You know, you can attach it here at the front, here at the back, depending on how you're, you know, trying to angle everything. So you just, bingo, there he is, and he's flying. Or yeah, back here as well. It's going to be very front heavy if you do it this way. See, so you, this one you have to, well, there you go. Now he's doing a vertical climb. Ain't that great? Oop. Just accidentally untap this one. There you go. And just for comparison in this mode, here he is with the Earthrise Skywarp. Just to give you an idea, because this is more or less based on an F-15. I don't remember how big they are in comparison to each other, but the cockpits look about right next to each other. So yeah, I guess these are roughly in scale with one another. You can see also, yeah, you can see this is closer to real jet, and this is really thick, way thicker than it should be because of how they transform and everything. You can see that, and yeah, otherwise though, they actually look really good next to each other, you know, scale-wise. So yeah, scale-wise anyway. But yeah, just to give you an idea of the difference in design philosophy. This was very much trying to be an accurate F-14. Yeah, like this guy quite a bit. Now transform him. Well, first thing you want to remove the missiles if you haven't already, out of irritation. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. One nice thing before transform. This is an important accessory for this mode. The other accessories are important for that mode. Little motorcycle, just like the movie. No rider, but it's just a motorcycle on a stand, and you can see it's proper colors. Everything, but yeah, it's a little motorcycle. You can have the little display of the jet flying by as he's driving the motorcycle. Although the problem is there's no rider, which kind of is like, why then? Actually, I almost forgot about that accessory. But yeah, anyway, remove these as well. You know, the missiles and these things, and just put them off to the side for now. And then what you want to do is, I'm going to move this camera just a little bit. Take the arms here, and untab them, and just move them down just out of the way like that. Then you want to come back here. and you want to unpeg the thrusters and stuff from here and move this up, and there's a tab here that's going to a slot here. Put that in. It's on a double hinge, so make sure you might have to adjust it slightly, and then you untab the legs here from the bottom of the jet, like so. Now, if you want to be cool, you can then also take these tail fins and close those up. And when we cool, what you want to do is go ahead and open these up now and take this and move this out, clip it over the thruster, and that helps be stabilizing. And then you take the toe out and move it down. And close this up. Do the same on this side. Open that up. Clip it in. Move this out. And close this back up. Then you go ahead and rotate these around right here, 180. Just do that. Like this. And you take the arms here and you want to go ahead and rotate them. There's a very specific way. You want to make, okay, on this side you can see this. There's a little spot that's there's a little spot here. This spot right here, it kind of sticks out a bit right here in the middle. You can see that on this bar. And this side's flat, and this side's more flat. You want that so it's that this part that sticks out is rotated like this, I believe. Actually, no, wait, no. But for this one, yeah, you want to rotate like, actually you want to, for this one I'm doing here, is you want to rotate it backwards so this part's sticking out. Then you go ahead and pull the hands out, like so. And you can unfold them right here at this spot. You want to pull the hands out like that. Just pull out like that. Just rotate out, simple. You want to rotate them out right here at this thing. Then you can go ahead and take these flaps and move them out, rotate it around so like this. These flaps, move them out. Then rotate to the hands, so they're moving, rotated forward like this. And you kind of have a Gerwalk mode. And because it's the F-14, it looks very Macross-like. There you go. You got a bit of a Gerwalk mode you can have and everything. And unfortunately, the angle tilts don't work this mode because they, tilt out this way. It's tilt out outwards instead of inwards. But hey, you do have a bit of a Gerwalk mode. You can arm them up a bit. These do turn into guns. You just rotate these out and like this. So you can arm them. And there you go. You got a good Gerwalk. Not official, but that's pretty cool, I thought. So I just had to show it off. But anyway, continue the transformation. Go ahead and move any guns and rotate these back the way they're supposed to be. And then continue rotating this down like so. And this also, as you rotate this down, these side parts right here are going to pop out. If you want to see, like that, right there. See, they popped out. Yeah, that makes sure you know which way you're going. And then right here, there's a tab right here that tabs in right there. And then you take the nose right here, you take this and it, untab it from that, and then just move it up into here like this. Just move it up like that. And yeah, these will be angled a bit right here at the hips. So yeah, it gets you standing it up. Now up here, what you want to do is take these pieces and move them back. They don't really tab into anywhere. You just unclip them and move them back like this. And then the arms here, what you want to do is you want to rotate this entire bar right here, full 180, so they're lower. And then you make sure the arms are like this. Again, you want to rotate this bar all the way around, and it can be a bit of a pain. It's very tight on mine. I'm not sure how tight it is on anyone else's. But you want that all straightened out. It's a little crooked right now. Still a little crooked. There we go. Then again, you want this part that's sticking out on this bar down, like this. I believe, yeah, you want this. Actually, sorry, I get it mixed up. It will be sticking down in robot mode, but you actually want it facing like this, like that. Because this will be sticking, yeah, because this will be facing downward in robot mode, and that's what I meant to do. I apologize. Then you can go ahead and bring this all down right here and feed the head through that gap right there. And bring right here, there's another bend. You want to bend it up. And right up here, the shoulders come up in these little notches right here in the sculpt. The little notches right there. You want to bring this in and bring the shoulders up over those notches on both sides, and it'll clip into place right there. And then you bring this all the way down, and there's little tabs right here which go into these little slots right here. Yeah, then you can adjust things as you want from there, make sure it's all lined up, and then finally take this piece and make sure this head platform comes all the way down like this, and you take this piece and bring it down like this. And there you go. That's Maverick in his robot mode. Yeah, you can see he is very slim, narrow, slight, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he is very different from a lot of these Transformers. He's got a very slight build. He's very narrow. And yeah, you can see also, unfortunately, some hollow bits here on the back of the thighs and whatnot. And his, you can see also kind of through him right there. But honestly, the actual body itself is pretty solid. So that's just mostly from here back. It's kind of back anyway. So I don't really mind it. Because honestly, I don't mind this robot mode. It's a little different, but I kind of like that. It reminds me a little bit of Whirl, actually. Just tall and gangly. And it's very different. And it's, yeah, so because of that, it's kind of beyond just being Top Gun crossover, it helps differentiate it from other Transformers a bit. Although that may upset some people because now it's like, where is it supposed to fit in my collection? He doesn't really blend in with anyone. Yeah, I still just genuinely like this, how it works. It's kind of weird though. This kind of looks almost like a bib. Officially, yeah, it's supposed to be angled up, but you can also angle it down if you want. Either way, or straight, or whichever thing you want. And you can also, of course, flare the wings out if you want them, have those. Yeah, I do genuinely like how this looks. And the other thing also is take these. They want you to plug them in like this, so they're more inward, but I like to plug them like this because then they're more secure, because then you avoid the weird problem with the peg in the peg hole. Yeah. So yeah, you just, plug them in like that, and there you go. That's storage for that. And of course, he can hold his guns. Simple 5mm pegs. Also, when you're unfolding these, be careful. I've noticed sometimes when you rotate them around, it'll get caught in a weird way, and it'll just pop out. You'll try to move it and it'll just pop itself out. Don't worry, it's you can see it's just a bar and a clip, so it doesn't take much to just pop back in. So not a huge deal if that happens. Yeah, he can hold his guns and everything, and there you go. It's you got Maverick. Yeah, and it's the other thing about this crossover. It's not a unique character. It's just Maverick, like the guy in the movie. Not it's not like Gigawatt or Ectotron. He takes the same name as the pilot himself, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Maverick or if it's just a robot just said, I'm just going to call myself Maverick too, or I don't know. There doesn't seem to be any sort of fiction to tie it in with this guy, like the Ghostbusters and Back to the Future crossovers. Seems to be no fiction for this one, so it's just, yep, it's a thing that exists. It's cool. Well, it's kind of cool, but again, the deco really hurts it for a lot of people. And again, just in this mode, you just see a lot of just bone white with a little bit of black and just really colorful head sculpt, which is based on Maverick's helmet in the movie. So you got that, I guess. There's a bit of color, and then everything else is just bone white and black. So yeah, and some dirt detailing, but not a whole lot. So it's a bit weird. And also, yeah, you can see kind of in this lighting that these are very transparent wings, like very transparent. You can kind of see my finger through those. Again, it's kind of the nature of nylon plastic, but it is very durable. So it can withstand a lot of the clipping and whatnot that this guy has to do to transform. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I do like the face sculpt. I do like the head in general. Just it's really nice looking, and it's got that nice little bit of detail. It's kind of washed out in the black and everything, but you got that nice little detailing, everything on the helmet. That's nice. Yeah, opposability though, heads, I believe, on a ball joint, so left and right. You got up and down, although the platform has a tendency to unclip really easily, but that just, I guess, can help him look down further. Yeah, it's also kind of tight here. Yeah, but you got left and right, up and down, so you got also a little bit of waggle as well. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. His shoulders are, able to move forward and back, although they're kind of hindered by the backpack. they're able to move around a bit. Outward as well, although these kind of have a tendency to come down with it. Bicep swivels, you see that? You know, unhindered. Single hinge, but, you know, quite a bit of range on the arms there. Wrists do swivel, believe it or not. Despite how they transform, they do swivel, and there's a reason for that, which I'll get into in a little bit. They do swivel there. There is no waist swivel due to how it transforms, unfortunately, and there's just no room for one, and unless without an insane amount of engineering, which would make the thing cost way more. Hips, though, forward, pretty far. Back, pretty far. Oop. Move that out of the way accidentally. Outward, pretty far. No, if you're wondering what that noise is, that's that rubbing against the wing. You got a thigh swivel, knee, which is about a little over 90 degrees, and finally a little tiny bit of ankle tilt right there. So he's got pretty good articulation, although the ankles are a bit and again, no waist swivel because of transformation, which is a little disappointing, but I understand. I perfectly understand. But yeah, it is, you know, so he does, I guess, in this mode kind of looks kind of nice, although again, very somewhat plain outside of the head, so your mileage may vary on that. But he also has a couple other things that he comes with beyond that motorcycle, which is an alternate pair of hands and one other accessory, which I'll get into right now. So first thing, you know, pull off these. And removing the hands is basically removing them from the peg, which they're on. You know, it's a mushroom peg, so just slide them off. Slide them off, I say, as I struggle to slide them off. Yeah, slide it off, and then the other hands, which are, you know, flat, and you want to probably come up from the bottom to slide them on, because otherwise you might accidentally start folding that peg, and you really don't want to do that. Also, these don't peg on super well because they're thinner, so just be careful of that. You also notice there's a little peg on this hand, and you know, same thing on this hand. You know, peg and it's flatter, so you can just you know, remove the hand if it'll slide off, and then slide the new one on. There we go. And oh yeah, see, it's really easy for just rotating them. It's just easy to accidentally pop them off just because they're then thinner. So yeah, you got these open palm hands, and the reason for that is this volleyball. Yes, he comes with a volleyball, and it's got a little peg hole in it so he can hold it. And you know, he can hold it, held the volleyball and everything. I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, he comes with the volleyball because that one scene, which isn't even that big of a deal, but I saw someone like, why is he coming with the volleyball? That scene was barely a thing. It's because everyone remembers that scene because of, well, it's kind of homoerotic. Let's be real. So yeah, he does come with the volleyball, and I really like that. This is so neat that he comes with this, so you can have the poses where, you know, you can have poses of him just, you know, hello, just waving to you while, you know, want to play a friendly game of volleyball. You can do that. And I just like that it comes with it. It's so ridiculous. I love that so much. Oh, and one other thing, there is a Tamashii stage port back here as well, so you can have him flying in robot mode as well. So almost forgot about that. There you go. Yeah, it's just one thing I like about this guy. Yeah, comparisons though. Just for the sake of it, here he is again with a Seeker. You can see he is quite, even though the jets are roughly the same size, he's quite a bit taller because he's just so, well, long-legged because of his proportions and everything. So yeah, he's quite tall compared to a, you know, a standard Earthrise Seeker. And also for comparison's sake, here he is with the other two crossover figures. Gigawatt, still my favorite. Still love him. Still, I'm not having any issues with that paint still, thankfully. And of course, Ectotron, not Ecto-1, although he is the Ecto-1. As you can see, he is just about the same height as Ecto-1, maybe a tiny bit shorter and quite a bit taller than the Deluxe class guy, but yeah. And there's a comparison to the other two crossovers, and you know, I'm not sure, I believe he'll be a bit shorter than, I don't remember what his name is, but the X-Men crossover. And probably a bit shorter than, I'm guessing we're getting actual Jurassic Park crossover, maybe, according to the leaks or rumors, I guess. I mean, just for the sake of it, here he is with the Earthrise Prime. He's taller than Earthrise Prime. Yeah, that's just, I guess, the usual scale, you know. Yeah, he's a bit taller. A head taller, so. So there you go. So that's Maverick. Now, is he worth it? Kind of not really, to be honest. He is $50. He's a $50 toy, and yeah, he's got kind of an iffy deco, which is kind of like there at this point seems to be either you tolerate it or you hate it. You don't like no one. I haven't found anyone who actually genuinely likes it. I'm tolerating it because I love F-14s. So that's the thing. If you are an F-14 and or Top Gun super fan, you'll probably already have it. In which case, yeah, it probably might be worth it for you. But if you're just, not really super into either one of those things, probably should go ahead and give this guy a pass. It's not really worth it, not even for the sake and the novelty of it, I guess. Unless you just something about this you fell in love with. But unfortunately, yeah, just $50. He's asking a lot for a toy that's let down a lot by his deco. He really needed a better paint job, and I believe it is Paramount's fault that it's not very good. It just kind of stinks, honestly. Yeah, I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just how it is. He was really let down by the deco, and honestly, because of the plastic he's made of, he's also kind of light as well. So, yeah, $50 is a lot because you're basically paying for about $20 of that's more or less paying for the license. So yeah, it's on again. Unless you're a Top Gun or F-14 super fan, probably should go ahead and skip over it. I like it, but I also understand that I'm kind of a special edge case on this one. It's not like Giga where I'm just like it's a great toy in general. It's just it's got a very clever transformation. I do generally like I like the sculpting and everything. I like the proportions on the robot. I like how he's thin and gangly and stuff, but that the materials and the deco really kind of let him down. It really sucks that that's the case, and I really wish they did a better job with it, but apparently Paramount just said no. So go figure. So there you go, I guess. Only a handful of you should be even thinking about buying this. Otherwise, you probably just go ahead and just save your money for something else. Which kind of stinks to say, but considering how much I like it. But yeah, that's it, I believe. Yeah. I hope you found this informative or entertaining. And I hope you like and comment and subscribe, and see the other videos that come out. Yeah, this next couple weeks are probably going to be a lot of videos out of nowhere because a lot of stuff showed up my doorstep over the last few weeks. So yeah. I hope you check out, my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. I've been posting pictures of my Transformers there. Some of them, although some of them I still haven't done so. Because, certain next War for Cybertron toy line has just started hitting, and I have a handful of them now. Yeah, so check that out. Check out my coffee. Check out the Patreon. All the stuff, those are linked in the description and in the video itself. So that's it. I hope to see you next time when I do another video review.